The world's largest nuclear weapon would vaporize everything within 5 kilometers and kill nearly everyone within 9. At 20 kilometers, most buildings would collapse and many would catch fire. Everyone would be injured and many would die. At 50 kilometers, people would see the flash and approach their windows before the pressure wave arrived, sending shards of glass into them. Russia has released long secret footage of the bomb's detonation, the largest explosion in history. The parachute allowed the pilots to travel 45 kilometers before the explosion. They had been given a 50% chance of survival. The shock wave caught the plane, causing it to drop a kilometer, but it landed safely. A mushroom cloud rose 70 kilometers high and 100 kilometers wide. But far more dangerous weapons have now been deployed, and they raise the risk of a nuclear war that could suddenly end civilization. There are 15,000 nuclear weapons, mostly in the US and Russia. If you live in a city with a military base, an airport, or a major university, there's a missile pointed at you. A Trident submarine can carry 100 hydrogen bombs, 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. And nowhere is safe. Even a war between India and Pakistan, two of the smallest nuclear powers, would threaten us all. Within 2 weeks, the smoke would spread around the earth. And at an altitude of 30 kilometers, it never rains, so the smoke would remain for years, blocking the sun. Crops would be devastated, and it's estimated that 1 to 2 billion people would starve to death. In a war between the US and Russia, civilization would be destroyed, and any survivors would face a very dark, difficult world. Scientists warned that this nuclear winter could arrive suddenly, sparked by new nuclear weapons. In the 1980s, the public was very aware of this risk. When the nuclear arms race was revived, 250,000 people protested in London.
Shalom. Brother Kabai back in another GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and rule well. Another shalom to all the sincere Akims at the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. Alright, another shalom to all the sincere followers, believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Once again, to the word we call God and Jesus Christ. That's their names in the ancient Hebrew. All right, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well. Shalom to you. All right, the hopeful elect. Shalom, men, women, and children. Shalom. All right, and came across this this video here, and you know, it just made me think about Isaiah 9:5. All right, and you know, whatever precepts come to mind, we'll bring it out. I'm not gonna play the whole clip. You know, just a little bit here and there, and you know, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. But we're gonna start off with the precept that you know, the Spirit gave me. All right, and we'll just play the more of the clip, and we'll go from there. All right, because this is prophecy, man. This is prophecy. All right. Matter of fact, before I play it, let's get Sirach 39, because this is what we're supposed to be occupied in, man. In these last days, it's not our careers, you know, wannabe athletes, rappers, entertainers, right? Being the best lawyer or doctor. No, man. Us as Israelites, so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, all right, should be having our minds on prophecy, man. The scriptures, especially Israelite men. This is Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof. So you got to meditate, right? Will seek out the wisdom of all ancient, and be occupied in prophecy. Not occupied in, you know, what's going on in the world, the latest trends, this, that, and the third. Because we know this world, this age is going to pass away. Tells you that in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. All right. from the heat. From the heat that this video is going into, man. Through the nuclear war. Okay? So we're supposed to be looking and hasting for these things to come in. Right? Hastening the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is the year. Right? 2021.
And 1 million in New York. A dramatic arms reduction followed, which may well have prevented catastrophe. President Reagan said, "A great many reputable scientists are telling us that such a war could end up in no victory for anyone because we would wipe out the earth as we know it." And Gorbachev said that learning of nuclear winter from Russian and American scientists was a great stimulus to us, to people of honor and morality, to act. But in 2020, scientists set the doomsday clock closer to Armageddon than ever. 100 seconds to midnight.
The power that mankind has generated is completely at variance with the seriousness with which it's understood. How else can we wake up the Democrats, the Republicans, the independents, the millionaires, the billionaires, the media owners, who carry on their life as though they're on the Titanic, about ready to hit an iceberg, and they're not worried?
And a new missile threatens to make up the time. The Tsar Bomba was all threat. It had to be carried by a plane and was too easily shot down. This new tactical nuclear missile is the polar opposite. It's designed less as a deterrent and more to be used. It makes the unthinkable thinkable. A simulation by Princeton University shows how one tactical nuclear missile could lead to Armageddon based on real targets and fatality estimates. During a conventional conflict, Russia launches a nuclear warning shot, and NATO retaliates with a single tactical nuclear airstrike. As the nuclear threshold is crossed, fighting escalates to a tactical nuclear war in Europe. Russia sends 300 warheads via aircraft and missiles to hit NATO bases and troops, and NATO responds with 180 warheads. With Europe destroyed, NATO launches 600 strategic nuclear missiles aimed at Russian nuclear forces. Before losing its weapons, Russia launches missiles from silos, vehicles, and submarines. And to inhibit recovery, both sides target major cities and economic centers. Within a few hours, there are 90 million casualties, and the impact will escalate dramatically. It's this risk of crossing the nuclear threshold that led the US to completely eliminate tactical nuclear missiles from its Army and Navy and almost all overseas locations.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, those ancient wars was fought right on the battlefield, man. All right, horses trampling, men screaming from being stabbed and put to death. All right, blood splattering everywhere from swords hitting flesh. All right, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, and this is what you see them talking about, man. This upcoming World War III, man. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with sackcloth and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Right? What's modern day Babylon, Egypt? Right? America. It says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?" Right? See, what is coming down the pipeline is an instrument for the Lord's work, man. Right? What you see them talking about in this video, Isaiah 54:16, "Behold, I have created the smith," right, which is these modern day scientists that bloweth coals in the fire and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Whose work? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's work. "And I have created the waster to destroy." See, this is what's going to destroy this place called America, man, aka Babylon, right? Amos 9 and 8. All right. This is what's going to be the destruction, man. All right, straight out the Bible, man. So going back, Second Ezra. So the Lord created these scientists to create these nukes, man. These ICBMs. All right. So back in Second Ezra 16:3, a sword is sitting upon you, and who may turn it back? Right. No one's gonna be able to turn it back, man, because the Spirit of the Lord gonna be in them things, man. It says a fire is sitting among you, and who may quench it? Right. Those ICBMs. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? That's right, man. You're not gonna be able to, man. All right, jumping down. Verse 12, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. These things are going to happen, man. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and they shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's talking about these ICBMs, man. All right? The power's in them warheads, man. And when they touch down, wherever they hit, man, it's going to be desolate. All right?
Britain and France eliminated them entirely. But the new US tactical missile has escalated tensions. Even one missile would cause many thousands of civilian deaths, and like victims of the Hiroshima bomb, most would die slowly over days or weeks. Hypersonic missiles travel at over 5 times the speed of sound. Engineers have overcome challenges including temperatures of over 2,000 degrees from air resistance. Russia claims its new avant-garde missile travels at Mach 27, that's 33,000 kilometers per hour, and hypersonic missiles are unstoppable. There are 2 main types. Hypersonic cruise missiles are powered all the way to their targets, unlike conventional jet engines, which
You know, I'm not going to play all this, man. Just going to grab a couple more precepts and wrap it up. Second Ezra 16 and 14 says, behold, the plagues are sent, right? And this is a plague, man. You know, these missiles are a plague that's going to plague America and wherever the Lord wants them to hit. And shall not return. What's that? What is that, man? Give me 1 second. This is Zechariah 14:12, right? Because it said, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall none return until they come upon the earth. That's right, man. So this is the plague. Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place which consists of your so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right? It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. And that's going to come from that heat, man. Malachi, the 1st chapter, right? Malachi 4:1, where it talks about that they coming that burneth as an oven, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. All right, saith the Lord of hosts. Right? This is what's gonna do it, man. Right? What you hear him talking about in this video. All right, so I'm gonna go back to 2 Ezra, finish it out. It says 2 Ezra 16 and 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon you, that shall be sent upon earth, shall not return. That's right, man. So these things are going to hit, man. They're not going to return. There's not going to be no defense system to prevent these missiles, ICBM missiles, doing what they want to do. All right, because the Lord has plans for this place, man. All right. You want to know what the future is for America? Amos 9 and 8. Lord willing is edifying. Till next time I say, Shalom.